and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie, and if you're new to my channel, I make videos all about Zoom weddings because I got married last year. I'm also super passionate about lifestyles and different cultures from around the world, and also I love exploring the mindset and becoming a better version of myself. So if you're into that, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like. Today we're actually going to go ahead and talk more about Zoom weddings because it's still the pandemic. It is getting a lot better, but there are still people who are having Zoom weddings and even micro weddings, which is smaller weddings, more intimate style weddings, usually with people in your bubble. So today I'm going to answer 10 frequently asked questions about how to plan and host a Zoom wedding. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. And as I always say on my channel, get cozy, get comfy, get your favorite drink. And right now I have the nutty almond cream tea. Literally, guys, my favorite tea in the whole entire world. It just smells so delicious. It smells like graham crackers and honey and sweetness. It's called the Nutty Almond Cream Cinnamon Almond Herbal Blend. Absolutely my favorite. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the questions. So question number 1 is how to film in a small space. And I actually made a video about this, so I'll go ahead and put up the video right over here. But all I can tell you is that if you're filming in a small space, make sure to have a tripod, first of all, a ring light, and then also 2 devices. So the first device can be either a phone, iPad, a laptop, and that'll be the device right in front of you where you can actually see the Zoom ceremony. You'll be able to see the officiant right in front of you. And then the second device will be either another laptop or a phone, and that second device will be for the person who lets the participants in. He controls the music, the wedding, he controls the pictures being shown, so he's basically the person in charge of the actual wedding in itself. And so that's why you need 2 devices. One for the bride and groom, and then one for the person actually hosting the wedding. And again, for the tripod and the lighting, I'll go ahead and put descriptions below of something that you can actually purchase for the wedding. Question number 2 is, do you need a ring light if you're having a wedding outside? And the answer is no, you do not need a ring light because natural lighting is actually a lot better for a wedding and for the people to see it on Zoom. So you don't need any extra lighting, but for the most part, it should be fine if you are having a wedding during the daytime. Number 3 is, how do you decorate a background for a Zoom wedding? Now, my cousin actually came over to my house, definitely socially distanced with a mask on, but she was able to buy some decorations from Amazon, and she actually decorated that whole area of my house. I'll go ahead and show pictures right now of what she did. So she put garlands all over the wall with a beautiful sign that said Mr. and Mrs. We had flowers as well. So it really just depends on what your style is. You can also go on Pinterest to look at different styles and how people actually decorated their houses for the small micro weddings. But you can go as fancy and elaborate as you want, or you can go more minimal, which is what we did. But it just depends on you. And you can buy decorations from Amazon, from Etsy. You can get flowers from different floral shops. We actually went to Trader Joe's to get some flowers as well. There are many options to make your house look beautiful for a Zoom wedding. The 4th question was, what was your lighting and camera placement? So I'll go ahead and show a clip right now of what our placement was. But basically you can have your ring light right in front of the bride and groom with the phone right in the middle so that everything is brightened up for the wedding. And that's pretty much all we did. Although if you do have 2 lights, I'd recommend having light right in front of you and then on your 2 sides so that all sides of the bride and groom are evenly lit. Question number 5 is, how far in advance can you put the Zoom codes on your invites? Alright, so I recommend before you send out your invitations to really finalize the date and make sure that this date won't change, because you might have to actually create a new Zoom link if you already sent out your invitation. So yes, I definitely recommend to just confirm and make sure that this is the exact date that you're going to get married before sending out the Zoom invitations. Alright, so as far as plans, I would recommend actually purchasing the Zoom Pro plan because that is $14 for the month of your wedding, and that can host up to 100 participants. So you can invite 100 guests to your Zoom wedding. So the Zoom meeting can be up to 30 hours. You can also stream the wedding on social media. And then you also have up to 1 gigabyte of cloud recording. So yes, this is the Zoom Pro plan. Alright, so the next question is, how do you get internet with no Wi-Fi? And for this, I would recommend actually getting married in your apartment or house where there is more stable Wi-Fi. But if not, of course you can go ahead and just Zoom the wedding through your phone if you have data on your phone, or if you do want to use Wi-Fi, you can actually use your personal hotspot so that you can go ahead and stream the wedding to your guests. So yes, it's either your hotspot or your data on your phone. Alright, the next question is, how far in advance should I plan to get married? This really depends, because if it's an actual traditional wedding, usually people take around a year to plan for a wedding and get their certificate and everything like that. But for me personally, and for, well, me and my husband, it took us only a month. We actually were the first ones to get married during the pandemic, so we signed up as soon as possible with our local county, and within a couple of weeks they emailed us back saying that we can get married. So I would recommend, if you do want to get married now, go ahead and contact your local county and see what it takes to get married, see how long it'll have to take, if there's a wait list. At the moment, I'm not quite sure of the process right now, since it is a lot different than how it used to be like 8 months ago. But go ahead and start the process right now if you are sure about getting married. Figure out the steps as soon as possible so that when you have a final date, you can go ahead and figure out the rest of your wedding. Alright, the next question is, how do you pull off a virtual wedding in style? And again, I'll go ahead and put more pictures up here of inspiration that you can take. There are also beautiful ways to make invitations for your weddings. You can go ahead and use the website called Evite, and then you can also even have a guest book that can be virtually signed, like this one right over here. This is perfect for Zoom weddings, elopements, or any weddings where some guests can't attend. And I think it's a beautiful gift for the bride and groom as well, just to see the thoughts of their guests, and also just reading the kind notes and wishing them love and happiness for the future. So that's also a great idea as well. And then I'll also link where I got my wedding dress, because I think it was very beautiful. It was from the same company as Anthropologie. And I'll also link where our decorations were from as well. My mother-in-law made us the cake, and my parents brought us amazing food. So having some people who are in your bubble there can make your whole experience even better. So I recommend that if you want the wedding to be in style, and if you want family and friends to make the environment look like an actual dream wedding. So I recommend that. Alright, last question is, should the wedding and groom wear ear pods? The main reason for wearing an ear pod is just so that you can hear the officiant more clearly. Guests do not have to wear it. The officiant doesn't have to wear it. It's just the bride and groom, and that's just to make it more organized, and it just made it easier for us to communicate and to hear the officiant more clearly. Alright everyone, so that was the frequently asked questions that I had received throughout the past couple of months, either through YouTube comments or emails. I know it is a big thing right now for people to have Zoom and micro weddings, so I wish you all the best. I will also go ahead and put all my Zoom wedding videos in the description below so that you can see how I planned a Zoom wedding, organized a wedding, hosted one as well, and even some of the dresses that I could have worn to the wedding as well. So they're all there to help you out if you are on this beautiful journey. And again, I love you all so much. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up button and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video, everyone. Bye!